Oh, hey Ivan, thank you for the message. Please get well soon and good luck with the exams. Hey Samara, ¿cómo me fue hoy? Um, Mariana is asking how today was doing. Um, I have some news to give you. Is the Scorpio season hitting me? I'm drinking a peach by Celsius. Oh, can you guess what I have to tell you? Hey Hope. I wish, I wish, Mariana. Yes. Oh, yes, it's related to jobs, to my job, but unfortunately, I'm not getting a new one, but I'm quitting my job, my current job. I decided to quit. Because actually it's very unfortunate because there had been I had a few situations with not my coworker, I talk a lot. Uh, no, it wasn't my coworker. It was more my boss, supervisor, female supervisor, because I mean she would be the supervisor of my sector, but she is always like in another shift than mine. But she was like, well, she had that she we had been like getting a lot of merch, like a lot of I don't know how to say this in English, but a lot of the stocks of products. So I had to replace them, put them in their get them out of the box, and there was lots of box of things to put into place. And yesterday it was one of those days where I had a lot of people to attend, and at the same time I had to order a lot of things all by myself and carry a lot of weight. And I came in today and I was saying hi to everyone, and she was all trying to be funny and sarcastic, like saying that she was like finishing the work that I didn't finish last night or yesterday. And it really got on my nerves. It really got on my nerves, guys, because she had been, particularly with me, she had been like trying to be funny and be making those comments that I believe that are a huge disrespect towards my person and the way I work. So I was really upset today, and I went up and talked to the owner of this place, and I just like express, let it all out, express everything. But of course, with their mentality, very narrow mentality, what they did was like, like trying to, oh, maybe you are under a lot of stress, you should take it easy. Maybe she didn't mean to say that, but I know what she meant, and I think that, you know I had a lot of jobs in my life, and I had met different people and different managers, different bosses, but I had never been that disrespected. So I don't think it's worth it, because, as you know, guys, as you and I and you all had been talking about this, I had been really tired trying to make the most out of the one day off that I got, and trying to keep up, and trying to be in a good mood, trying to be positive, trying to be the best version of me, and feeling like, I don't find that people that make trying to be funny or witty, I don't find it funny if you are talking about my productivity, or if you are like implying that I'm not good at what I do. I don't think that you should go there, because I think that I got to a point where I would not allow it. I had never been in this situation before, of being this level of disrespected. This is new for me. This is a new shocking experience, but I decided I do not want it. I do not want it. So thank you, Mariana. Thank you. Yes, she's trying to undermine you. Yes, I noticed that. I noticed that. Yes. It's just that those people don't have like self-awareness or embarrassment. They think that they are all that. So, and she has like her group of followers that they think that everything she says is right, and they laugh at the jokes, and they follow her around, so, and it's sad, because I know that my coworkers, they are going to miss me. They don't want me to go. They are very sad about this. They're also very tired themselves, because of how bad things are when it comes to the management or the mismanagement, because there are a few people like with a lot of loads of work to do, just like me in my sector. But I decided that I don't want this. I think that I know my potential. I know I can do great things, and I think that I should do them elsewhere. I have a bad feeling about that place. But today I exploded. Emotionally, I even felt so much anger that I wanted to cry, but not because of sadness. I wanted to cry out of frustration, because I couldn't take it anymore, guys. I couldn't. I was like, no, I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want. Set your boundaries. Yes, set your yes, I think that it was like a strong message of setting my boundaries. I think that it was about that, about setting my boundaries. I think that it was like this, finally, like this strong warning sign of like, set your boundaries, like stop playing nice, like stop being nice, like set your boundaries, let them know where this is it, and this is the first time that it happened to me, honestly. And I'm quite shocked by the situation, but I don't want to. I don't want everyone. My coworkers were like, "Oh, maybe you need to think about this. Take your time, take your day off, and think about this." And I'm like, "No, I already made my mind." You know, I had a lady do that to me in a higher position. Better to speak up, because the lady messed up my hours. Yes. But I'm so happy that you could say no to the type of energy. Oh, she's a Libra. I'm not surprised. Um, mm. because you are in higher position doesn't mean you are better. Yes, definitely, definitely, Mariana. I swear, I felt so like I never had been so disrespected. Like I'm not used to that. And I had worked with people that were difficult, people that were egotistic, people that had a high like a very strong ego, but they never did that to me. Never. So I don't feel comfortable with her being the, how can I say this? With her being the queen bee and me being a follower. Like she just didn't like me. She didn't want me to be myself. Like I can tell that she didn't like me. Like there's something about the way I am or the way that I do things that she somehow felt threatened by that. And I don't think I can be, you know, so reduced so she can continue to shine and rule over other people. I don't think so. Yes, Scorpio season is about breaking bonds that no longer serve you. Yes, I was talking to my dad today and I was like, I think that I was possessed by something. I think that it has to do with the Scorpio season. My mom's birthday is coming up soon. Her birthday was November 10th. So I am emotional. I am feeling a lot, but at the same time I'm like recognizing what triggers me, and I think that this is the first time that I actually like was like, okay, I cannot let this go. I want my power back. I don't want to give it to the other person, to these people. I don't want to. I don't care about the money. I don't want to. I'm going to start all over. But I cannot continue in this very toxic environment where things are the way they are because these people say so. I cannot participate, to that. She's a flop. Lunar eclipse in Scorpio soon, November 8th. Yes. Yes. The other day we were talking about manifesting. We were talking about, oh yeah, we should all manifest a new job for me. And I think that the job is not bad. Like the job, it is not bad. It's just that the people is so toxic, and I and I'm, guys, I'm not used to that. I'm not. I'm not. Um, and I think that this is like, remember we were talking about this, how Scorpio season is going to be very heavy, and also is going to be you know um about celebration. I think that I should celebrate the endings, and this is the first time that I decided that I wanted this to end. Somehow I was like, maybe I was a bit passive, like, oh, okay, well, then maybe a sign, something is going to happen that is going to let me know that this no longer serves me and I will have to move on, like life will happen. But in this particular time, I'm like, no, it's going to be me, the one that is going to make the decision, so yeah. I'm sorry that it has nothing to do with the title of the live, but I just wanted to share it with you guys because you had been supporting me through all this journey. And I'm sure that if I start working all over again, we are going to start all these again. But yeah, that's the reality. That's how I'm feeling right now. And yes, I think I held on, like I held on as much as I could, like. So how about you guys? How is your week doing? Hmm. Yes, Mariana. I think that there are a lot of jobs out there. There's a lot of jobs, and I think that also there's something about me not being happy lately. With where I was. Like, I don't know. Since we're talking about paranormal activities, um, I definitely sense that there's something about um that place that I was working on or in, that I definitely felt that energetically everything was very not harmonized. And I think that somehow I know that the people that used to work at the sector that I am, I know that they are not deceased, like they are not dead, but their energy, their past energy, their past experiences in there, uh, somehow held on to that place, like energetically. So when I started working in there and doing my activities and, like, selling and stuff, weird things would happen to me. For example, the computer would, I don't know, it would get, I don't know, it would get freeze, something would happen. And also, like, I don't know, like, for example, the cashier also would get stuck and it wouldn't, like, let out the papers. Everything would get really complicated, especially at moments where you needed to be fast or when you needed to be resolutive. So I think that this is the most recent paranormal activity that I felt, and that me as a Capricorn, I try to be as um rational as possible, but I definitely sensed that something about the energy of that place got stuck to mine. And that somehow I couldn't move on or couldn't pass off that energy. For example, there's something about the girl that was working in there before we arrived with my coworker. When we were hired, we knew that there was a girl that they were going to fire, so we had to have our training days in another place so we wouldn't run into her. So because she didn't know that we were coming, so because they had to fire her first. So, when she was fired, then I think that the week after we were arriving at that place, and I remember that I got a locker, in the locker room. I got a locker to put my stuff where um where her stuff, where she used to have her stuff, like, her name was Giselle. And I remember that when they gave me that locker, that it had her name on it, had her name tag on it, her name written on the door. And this woman, she would rip it off, and she would be like, okay, this is going to be your locker. So somehow I felt like there was like a transpassing between what this girl Giselle went through to what I'm going through right now. So there's a sense of like somehow I'm carrying the karma of hers. Like even though she's not dead, actually the girl is doing great. She's working in another place. She's moving on. She's great. But I think that all the experiences and the stress that she went through in that place, um, when I was given her old locker, I it was passed to me, like it's sort of like, okay, like, and I think that I tried all these months to survive her energy, to survive her past experience, and to not be like her or to not end up like her. But I think that I got, because I'm very intuitive, obviously, I understood very quickly how the dynamic in this in this workplace happens, and it's that if you are in the shift of the afternoon, you are lazy, you do not do your work right, you are of no good use, and if you are part of this ladies gang that they work in the morning shift, you are the best, or you are, I don't know, you are with the right people and they can do no wrong. So I definitely sensed that it was a little stressful in the beginning, but it wasn't too bad. Plus I feel like I had been planning better. There is the high energy of those people, honey. mm. I definitely sense it, like it didn't matter how hard I tried to do my best. I would always be associated with a group of people that don't work enough or don't work hard enough. So, and I'm the kind of person that I think that when you mess with my productivity and when you mess with the way I do things, I definitely get offended. Like a Capricorn. I definitely get offended because I am responsible. I know what I do. I know, but of course, I'm not going to give you all of me at the point of being extreme, because I know that there are some rules and instructions about the role that I have to, what I'm paid for. I'm not going to give you more than what you are paying me for. I would not give away my job, my mm, like my abilities. Like I will not give them for free. Not the elitism in retail. I actually miss working in retail because the last job that I lasted like 9 years in there was a retail. And I actually do miss the system of retail, because on retail, yes, it was very like, yes, of course, that everything was made up and everything was an illusion. But there was something about working with retail that somehow the the responsibilities, the areas were very well established and defined. So you know that your job is to do this and this and this, and then you had other people that took care of the other areas. But in this place where I had been working in these past months, it's like you have to do everything. I even had to mop, like I had to like clean the floor, like swap with the broom the floor. And when I was working with another retail, there was like the people that clean, that you had like the people that used to arrange the place, like the maintenance people, Then you had like the people that you used to clean, and like you had the cashiers on the other side. We were all very well separated in our tasks. So my old place was like that. People did not do any work. Expect me to do work a day and organized and fast work. Yeah, yeah. From the moment, I actually entered that place because I was hired as a salesperson. So, I have to say, my priority will always be the client, that the client is going to leave happy and satisfied with the experience. But these people expect me to do all the control of the stock of the products. Then I'm going to have to run the reports. Then I'm going to have to charge. Then I'm going to have to, and when do I have time to breathe? Like, you cannot do that to people because I am no fool. I know that if I'm a salesperson, my relationship, my main goal is the client. So if you put me to do small activities like I have to organize all the products and label them and put them in a box and then lift them up and put them elsewhere, like I cannot do all those things and look fabulous while I'm doing this, because there's a lot of clients at the same time coming and going. So I have to be dependent on the client. It's not that I'm just standing there just in case someone shows up. There's always people coming in. So, but I had that, guys. Since we're talking about this like paranormal activity and stuff, you lately I had been feeling like this. Like I was like, I wouldn't say like I was in like under a spell or something like that, but I felt very uncomfortable in that place. I felt like my energy was being like absorbed and not for the best. Like I think that it doesn't matter what I did, I would always get associated with this last girl that was there. Um, so maybe it has to do with the traumatic way maybe she suffered, or maybe she was really sad when they let her go, that somehow her sadness or her, I don't know, everything that she felt that was unfair for her, it got attached to us, that we were the ones that we were replacing her. But I think that it was like, I don't know about my coworker because she is in a different shift. So I know that she has to hold on because, well, she has a child. She has a lot of responsibilities, but I'm sure that eventually she's also going to quit because that place is no good. And there are places where you are like, okay, this is not a good environment to work in, but somehow you make it. You're like, okay, day by day I'm going to, like, I'm going to try to, I don't know, convince myself that I'm getting a paycheck and that I'm doing what I can with what I have. But I think that in this case, for me, it was so, like, it was so intense, and I think that it makes sense that it's happening during the Scorpio season. I think that I needed to let that shadow side get out. I needed to draw that boundary where you are not going to step on me. You are not going to destroy me. I'm going to destroy you. So, something like that. Thank you, Samara. Sorry for the ranting. I hope that it makes sense. I hope that it makes sense. Because I had been feeling like that and I needed to be congruent with what I was feeling. At first, I was like, oh, maybe, I don't know, you're tired, you're exhausted. This is why you're feeling like too sensitive or overwhelmed. But no, I think that it has to do with, with other things, with me wanting to set boundaries, really. Also, new camera angle. Look, I got a new like this. This is like, I don't know if you can see it. You cannot see it, but this is like the. This is a new. Uh, I don't know how to call this. It's the thing that goes in the wall. Is the picture of the sun. I don't know if you can see it. It's the sun card. So I think that it definitely it has to do, with everything. Um, Me wanting to find some light, literally, inside of all this darkness. I think that I definitely sense that this eclipse is going to be very emotional for me. It's going to be very transformative. Like I'm ready. I am willing to make the change. I think that my whole life has been about transformation. Like I couldn't, like I know my life is about that. Yeah, I think that I need to bring the sun into my life. I need to laugh a little bit more. I need to be a little bit more like loosened, like a little bit more positive, a little bit more goofy. And guys, I told you actually that through all these months, I think that the only time that I felt really like happy with myself was when I was doing the lives with you, and also when we're talking about K-pop, and I think that I feel a sort of intimacy with you guys. So I think that we all learn from each other, and that's the reason why I will not abandon this, because it's part of my, I don't know, I guess that it's a sort of like the gift, the calling that I have, so I have to work on that. Probably this is my path. This is what I have to do. Um and I also had a lot of readings pendant, especially personal readings that people had booked for me or with me, and I have been like postponing a lot, and like I was feeling very sorry because of that, because I was like, oh, people want the readings and I do not have the time nor the energy to deliver them. So guys, has any of you has ever quit a job? How do you quit a job? Because I never quit a job, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you do that. How do you notice that? How do you like deliver the news? What is the protocol? Ah, it's my first job. I don't know. No, Mariana, you stay in there. Do not quit. Do not quit. For 2 weeks, psychotropic. Oh, a written note for 2 weeks notice. You mean I have to send it like 2 weeks prior? But I want to quit now. I haven't had a job since I was 15. I pretend to fight them, but I heard they'll hand in a letter of resignation and give 2 weeks notice. What do you mean give 2 weeks notice? No, I don't want to see their faces again. Like I want to leave right now. Like I don't want to wait 2 weeks. Then just hand your letter of resignation and leave. Uh, I think that here in Argentina we do send it through postmail, postmail like um through mail, written mail, not post office. That postmail, post. I'm losing my English. Sorry, guys. Um, um, okay, okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for all the tips. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I never quit it before, so I don't know how you do it. Honestly, this is why I'm saying that this is really new for me. Like I never been a quitter. I had always like been in very long relationships, long relationships, work relationships with my coworkers and with my employers. But oh well, I think that this okay. Thank you, Mariana. Thank you. But in this I think that I had enough today. It was like a breaking point for me, guys. It was a breaking point. Like I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't. I had to be true to myself. Like I felt very disrespected. I felt really disrespected. And I think that I got to the limit. I got to my limit of toleration. Like I couldn't turn the other cheek and be like, oh, she's been funny, she's been like ironic. No, no, no. I just felt so disgusted by everything. Mm. Cool. In the US, 2 weeks is the general rule. I was a restaurant manager for many years and found it hard to leave. Yes, I'm happy you are walking your talk. Mm. Just that and I also had been feeling really nostalgic because I had a good job. I had a decent job, a very stable job for 10 years almost, like in this retail. And when pandemic hit us, um, we they left the country, so we were left all without a job. So it wasn't easy for me to get into the search for a new job because like my whole career and growth and everything was in that place. So but I think that yeah, things happen for a reason, and this is a learning process. So yes. So guys, how are you feeling about the Scorpio season? Do you like my series so far? Do you have any advice about what I should improve about my like what would you request of me to do? Oh, thank you, Mariana. Yeah, I'm going to miss my Venezuelan coworker, but they want me to be happy, and I want to be happy. Like I really like. Oh, thank you, Hope. Thank you. I make them for you and for me because I really por el correo argentino, a través de una planilla. Esa es la que tengo que yo ir a firmar, a llenar, digamos, rellenar. Pienso ir mañana, si está abierto. Lo sé si los sábados está abierto, pero pienso ir mañana. I've been emotional, but lately I feel better. I like the series. I think I took a nap and the voice and dreamt of the voice member you posted. Oh my, you dreamed of my hubby. You dream of Sangyeon. He's my hobby. He's my official hobby. Like I do not have, I have biases, but he is my hobby. Yes, it was like a really interesting reading for him. Like I was like surprised. I think that series is very um. Gracias, Mariana. Gracias. Gracias. Um. Yes. I think that Sanyon it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Um. It was either him or the actor from Business Proposal. Yeah. Yeah, I think that we all had been like emotional, like in the sense that, you know, I recognize my own emotionality, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to let go of so many things. I want to set myself free from a lot of things, especially of, being like, oh, what others expect me to do or to be. I want to be free. I want to be free. I want to do things that can like help me connect with who I am, who I really am, and I think that for me authenticity is the key of this season. It's about being authentic and being true to what to your desires, to what you want. So yes, I think that I'm planning on doing that. How about you guys? I have a coworker, he's a sun in Cap with Mars in Scorpio. My older brother said he wouldn't stand him because of his Mars in Scorpio. He has that place. Oh, really? With Mars in Scorpio, my older brother said he wouldn't stand him. But your brother also has that placement? Your brother is a Mars in Scorpio as well? Or you are talking about that guy, that Capricorn guy? I actually always crush. Like I tend to have very tense love-hate relationship with Mars and Scorpio people, especially of my same sex, like friends, like girlfriends. Like I definitely sense that they are very vindictive. Like I think that that placement really. I know that Scorpio is intense, but I think that when you are in Mars in Scorpio, you can definitely tell that they are, especially because of the way they move, their body language and everything, that they are very revengeful, that they are out for revenge, and that they will put their body and soul to somehow, like, find revenge, so you better have them as friends. But if you have them as enemies, oh please, Lord have mercy of you. So yes. um I find Mars and Scorpio people actually very scary. I don't know why. I admire them. Like I admire their tenacity. I admire how they are very strong when it comes to their body posture. Physically they seem very strong, and like they tend to go through a lot of transformations physically even. But I don't know why there's something about my nature that I suspect them. Like I'm not comfortable around them. Like I don't know. They are so distrustful, and I'm so distrustful. So I don't know. But I think that they are scary. They are scary. They are scary, and they are very power orientated people. Like they really want the power. They really want to dominate. They are very dominant. So I don't know if I like that. So yes, guys. So if I successfully like finish my whole resignation letter, I'm going to do a live on Sunday morning, the way we always do it. So yes, we can catch up with the rest of the group of the community, so I can let them know the news and how we're doing. Since I know that there are a lot of people that couldn't join today because of the hour. Oh yes. Minkyu has Mars in Scorpio, also Leonardo DiCaprio. Are they scary? It's just that Leo DiCaprio, I always loved Leo DiCaprio, but I think that him being a moon in Libra, I don't know why I feel like all his Scorpio energy, it seems a bit like, I don't know, like less, um I wouldn't, like, I don't know, like I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him. I found really funny he never judges people. That was funny. Minhyuk, it's also Moon in Libra. Which Minhyuk are you talking about? Are you talking about Monster X Minhyuk? No, I think it's not Monster X Minhyuk. No, Monster X, isn't he a moon in Gemini? Monster X Minhyuk? Wasn't he a moon in Gemini? That's why I named my lives like Minhyuk hours. Oh, mm, Libra Venus. I dated Libra Venus people. Yeah, but you were right about the air placement. Like I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, I know he cannot be trusted. Anyways, like Mihu cannot be trusted. I have to do a reading for him, and the romantic partner one. I think I should do a reading for him. Yeah, I should keep up with my videos. I should like be a bit more consistent with them. Since I'm going to have a few more like time off, probably I have to. Mihyuk is a moon in Gemini. He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. But I did notice that he has a. Is it possible that he has like a sort of like a tick in his eye? Like he has like, I don't know if it's a nervous tick, or is it me that just like noticed that. Oh, yes, he does. Oh, I noticed this. I was like, oh, maybe it's just me, the one that I'm like, but I noticed that he has that, and I'm like he has like that, like the tick, and I'm like, oh, actually, that's very funny because my mom, she was a Scorpio, and my mom had especially when she was like younger. I noticed in the pictures that she would get crossed eyes. Like she would get like a crossed eye, that the eye would go that way. And I don't know why, but I think that a lot of Scorpio people do have that, like, that particular trait of their eyes or their face being different. Marisol, un ojo en el mar y otro en el sol. Exactly. Yes. So, guys, what are you watching? Because I have to catch up with the K drama. So, are you watching anything in particular? Anything that you would recommend me to watch? I no longer have time to watch K dramas. Yeah, I know, man. I know, Samara. I know, Samara. I know. Big Mouth. They use star cards. Really? I started watching actually Big Mouth. I think that I watched one or two episodes, 3 episodes. Oh, really? Little Woman. Oh, okay. Okay. But I want to watch something like uplifting, like something that can lift my spirits, not so sad. I don't know, I turn on TV and just getting a South Park. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I have to, at some point I did give up on Big Mouse, but I definitely did enjoy a few episodes. I know my army friends are watching Golden Spoon, the Golden Spoon, or is it Silver Spoon? I think it's Golden Spoon. And they are on episode 10, so definitely it's really entertaining, it seems. Because if you reach, episode 10, it's because it's very interesting. Oh, it is intense. Yeah, I don't know why I stopped watching. Probably it has to do with that, yes. With the intensity. I started actually watching Tale of the Nine Tail, but I don't know why I stopped as well. Like I couldn't keep watching, so I don't know. Oh, the Fabulous, with Mino. My life format changed. So do you guys have like any paranormal activities that you would want to share? Or maybe that you think like, oh, this is the right season for this? Like I feel, oh, Cafe Milligan was funny. Mm. Oh, I remember when I was younger, I was about to go to sleep and I felt someone pop me up inside my head. Oh, funny how slow about a serial killer can be. If this lives the spirit, Carmen once said that his mother was so bored that she found herself with ice cream and no, and call it air conditioning like the live yacht. Thank you. Yes, man. Yes, Amara, please. Thank you for the reminder. I think children are more prone to supernatural stuff. I think it happens to them more than to adults. Yeah, I think that in my case, I had always been very empathic, but I never seen like ghosts or stuff. I think that I always been empathic to real people's emotions. And I had a few like very interesting coincidences with my mom after my mom passed away. I had a lot of instances. This is why I think that I always call them like little hints or guides that let me know that she is by my side or that she is with me in every step of my life. I think that she is with me in every little detail. I often talk to her. Like I try not to bother. I don't like to bother like spirits or something like that. I don't think. But with her, I think that she she somehow makes things happen in my life so I can be like, this is happening. This is something that you need to pay attention to. So I definitely take them and I'm grateful for that. I think that it's very necessary to, I don't know, me and my mom were really close. But I think that when she was about to cross over or to die, I think that we didn't have like a proper goodbye. We didn't talk because he couldn't talk. So I think that after she passed away, I had a lot of opportunities where things like I knew she was involved in some things that happened. Like I knew that she was like prop like making it um um making it happen for me, like somehow like enabling a few things. And I remember I had like a friend, like an acquaintance that I used to go to astrology classes with, and she was practicing like mediumship. And I remember that she didn't know that my mom passed away, and she was like, "Oh, when we were meditating, I saw this woman like arriving, like entering the room while we were meditating, and she sat next to you. And I think that she's your mom." And she was, and I was so surprised because I actually never told her about my mom, that she passed away or stuff, something like that. So I felt so, I felt like definitely signs exist, and that she probably is more present in my life than, probably I was a bit like, when you get like a bit heartbroken and a bit upset that someone leaves your life or that someone is no longer with you. So you try to rationalize things, and I was like, oh yes, my mom passed away, but I don't see her ghost or I don't see her spirit anywhere. So and actually maybe she had always been there with me. I just pretended not to notice that she's there because maybe for me it's a bit more, a bit less painful to be like, okay, she already moved on, she's already like entering a new life, a new soul, like living a new life, in a baby, like being reborn or something like that, instead of actually thinking that maybe she's still, her spirit is still with me, and maybe this is why, today I felt this very strong urge, need of being like, okay, like this is it. You cannot go back to this place because you don't feel comfortable being here. So you need to listen to you. If you're not comfortable here, just, you don't have to come here anymore. You don't have to. like you don't owe anything to anyone. Yes, I take messages from my mother and grandmother seriously. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to go because I'm really tired and I'm like getting very sleepy today. It was a very intense day for me. Like I didn't expect all these things to happen to me. But um I never seen ghosts. I hope I never will. But I do believe in spirit guides and ancestors watching over us, influence our lives. Yes. Yes, Subtratman. I totally agree with you. Ah, it was supposed to be a serious time, and my neighbors started to play salsa. Yeah, Latin America, definitely. So yes, guys, I'm going to leave this live. But I think that we can continue um on Sunday at 10 a.m. so we can like some others can join as well. And well, I will let you know how my things were, how everything was developing. But I definitely do hope that this mm, that this goes well. Wish me luck. So yes. Yes, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for being my system of support. Thank you for always being here in my everyday like transformations, and I know that you are also going through transformations. A Scorpio season is going to be feel very, I wouldn't say very heavy, but everything that happens during the season is it has a meaning. It's happening because of a reason. It's happening because we need to heal a lot of things about ourselves. We need to also go deeper into ourselves and be like, okay, why is this triggering me? Like, what about my shadow self I'm not seeing? And also like acknowledging that we do have a shadow, that it's not all like oh lovey-dovey, and yes, we are all generals and we are all like thinking about each other. No, sometimes we are dark, and sometimes we are merciless, sometimes we are relentless, because we have a fire in our souls and we have a truth that we want and we need to follow. We need to stay authentic. This is the difference between us and the people that maybe do not have that kind of awareness. But since this is a Scorpio season, I think that it's very important to have awareness of, have a connection with what's going on inside of us and why we feel that way. Of course, to not take things too hola Lari, of course, to not take things too seriously, like in the sense of being dramatic. But I was telling the people, actually, we were discussing, Lari, about my need to resign, my need to quit my job. So I think that my whole life was about talking, ranting about this. Thank you to your advices, because I did text you like very early today to tell you how I felt. But yes, I got to a point where I just couldn't stand like the level of disrespectfulness. Like I'm not used to that. Like I think that I do not deserve this, so I will remove myself from the situation. Like, and I will do like my best to try to be at peace with myself and with my own decisions, and not to, hi Lilian, oh everyone is arriving and I'm leaving. Hi Lilian. Also, I was like telling people about my decision to quit my job, because it's I actually felt like so disrespected today. I felt like people were like, this person in particular was so disrespectful to me. um I really worked really hard these past few days, and all by myself with no one's help, like all by myself, and I couldn't, like, somehow this person thinks that it's funny to make fun of, or trying to be witty, or trying to be a smartass, like I think that is totally is disrespectful. I cannot stand it. There's something in my soul, in my spirit, that is like, you cannot let this happen to you. And it's not about pride, it's about that maybe these people are used to treating others this way, and they caused a lot of people in the past a lot of pain, and also a lot of, like, heartaches, and a lot of frustration. And I think that I shouldn't, like, be another one, that I shouldn't allow this to happen to me and be another one that just, like, put up with this. So I think that, yes, the wiser decision would be to, just look for something else, and always, like, putting myself and my mental health and my wellness as priority. And of course also my family, and my dad, that is super supportive of me. We had doing our best, to try to be on time, to be there, to do my best to show up at work. But I think that these people do not see that the level of commitment, do not see the level of responsibility. So I think that, like I said, I will remove myself from the situation, and that's it. you know I usually am amazed, because I don't get, like, that, like, offended that easily. Like, I usually am very patient, but I think that I got to a point where I was so fed up, that I was like, I cannot let this happen. I cannot let this go. I need to acknowledge that I don't want to keep getting this level of this respectfulness from this lady. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to continue working in toxic environment like this. So I think that, yes, this is a Scorpio season for you all. About acknowledging what bothers us, and also our shadow self. So yes, guys. So I'm going to leave. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate that you're here, and when I'll see you on Sunday. On Sunday morning, I'm going to do another live and probably have, like, brighter news to deliver to you. Thank you guys for being here. Bye.